That's really it. But it's power rankings. So my power rankings are a little bit different. I do them purely based on power, purely based on your roster, who you got, what I'm expecting from these guys. So yeah, here's the
As of right now, obviously, right? Because
yeah,
like you're doing
yeah.
off of for week one power rankings, the way he explained it was this is the best rosters on paper heading into the season. And if you look next to the number one, the number rankings from what Jackson has told me, those are going to be up arrows and down arrows, right?
Yeah,
The
so yeah, last next week, next to previous, it'll have the number by it, and then on the left it'll say up or down arrow.
Yeah. Okay. So going into this, and I think we did it a month or two ago, and I was completely disgusted by your power rankings. I was
Really?
wanted. I mean, we were about half and half together. Some of them I agreed, some I
Okay.
wanted to punch you in the face. But so let's run through these. I'll read them off for any listeners. The Golden State Warriors are ranked number 1. At 2, the Los Angeles Clippers. At 3, it's the Brooklyn Nets. At 4, it's the Philadelphia 76ers. At 5, it's the Milwaukee Bucks. And at number 6 is the Denver Nuggets. So let's hear from the man himself. Why did you put these in order? And right now, I want to say you're an asshole. You put 76ers instead of FPHIL.
Dude, yeah, so I wasn't quite sure what their abbreviations for that city were. Just wasn't quite
It's
sure. So
PHI.
PHI, I had a feeling. I know, I know. But yeah, to me, Golden State's the team to beat. And also keep in mind, I don't factor in injuries on these unless the guy's out for the entirety of the season. I don't factor, or at least like half of the season. Like Chris Middleton comes back, like he's out for the first couple of weeks, but he'll be back soon. So I don't really have that on this one. So yeah, Golden State's the team to beat, right? So like you're gonna have to take down Golden State. Clippers, I think. I know Cyro's probably in agreement at least that they're in the top 3, I would say. So they have see, I think you were feeling the last rankings, but the Clippers are right there. I put Brooklyn all the way up to 3 because I thought that, Ben Simmons, what did he have? What was that stat line? 3 points and 6 fouls in 12 minutes or something like that the other night. Don't worry about that, man. It's preseason basketball. Brooklyn, they'll be just fine. Ben Simmons is going to work perfectly. Philly's down there. They made some unbelievable moves. They're also a really good basketball team. And most importantly, you have a healthy James Harden. So he's going to be in shape. Milwaukee's just rock solid. I think Milwaukee would have made it to the finals if Chris Middleton didn't get injured. And Denver's just a couple of years removed from. I mean, they haven't been healthy in a couple of years, fully healthy in a couple of years, but when they're fully healthy, we saw them almost make the NBA Finals against the Lake Show. That was 2 years ago. That was literally 2 years ago. So they haven't gone anywhere, and they made some unbelievable moves in free agency and just in the offseason in general.
Yeah, so now we just found out Chris Middleton's going to miss the first few weeks of the season. So, like, maybe I put Denver in front of Milwaukee on this just with that news. But yeah, on paper, I think you got to give the defending champs the number one, the number one spot until they prove us wrong. And then Los Angeles, we've said it all off season. If this team fully healthy is the best paper, I think we counted it out. This team is 13 players deep before you get to a player that you would say he might not be a starter or a rotational player on any other team. They have 13 guys on this team that on any other roster they would be either starters or rotational players, and I think that's something unbelievable. Now the biggest question mark, the reason why I agree with you can't put them at 1 is health, and you got to give it to the defending champs who they've looked good. The young guys have looked good. There's nothing to be like super nitpicky with them. And then you go with Brooklyn. If Kevin Durant is what the Kevin Durant that we saw like a year ago, okay, there's nothing to be worried about with that team. And even Kyrie, every time that Kyrie has touched the ball the last 2 years, this is a guy who's basically averaging 30 points and is a fucking God-given talent, okay? And I don't care what people want to say to disparage him. He is a world-class basketball player. And regardless of what you think, Kyrie healthy on the court, which I have talked about this. It's in their best interest that Kyrie plays his best ball because it's the next big contract. It's the last big contract Kyrie can get in his career if he plays, you know, the basketball that he thinks, and then we think he can play, because that's the best way he's going to get paid. If he doesn't, he's not going to get a big paycheck. It's the last time he can get one. KD, it's in his best interest for this to work out. And Ben Simmons, it's in his best interest to continue to to not be hated, he's got to play good. So I think it's in everyone's best interest for the Brooklyn Nets to work, and that's why I think they deserve to be a 3. I mean, they have all the other pieces with Joe Harris, Seth Curry. They brought in, they have Kessler Edwards, but they brought in TJ Warren and a bunch of other guys in free agency that I think it's good. But I think the Sixers might be in front of them, because the Sixers, in theory, might be a better team on paper. But I think
they also had a great offseason.
I think the Brooklyn Nets superstars are better than, I think Kevin Durant and Kyrie are better than James Harden and Joel Embiid. Nothing against Joel Embiid or James Harden. If you told me, okay, if you wanted a 2v2 basketball game, who are you going, Joel Embiid and James Harden, or Kyrie and Kevin Durant? I'm going Kyrie and Kevin Durant, okay, because they're not giving the ball back. Milwaukee and Denver. See, this is how I see. I see Golden State, Los Angeles Clippers, same tier. Brooklyn and the Sixers probably on the same tier, and then Milwaukee and Denver in the same tier. You could even put Brooklyn, the Sixers, Milwaukee, Denver all in their own tier, together. I think there is a gap between the Clippers and the Brooklyn Nets. Like, there is a gap between 2 and 3. Anything else?
Yeah. I mean, I think we'll be. I think Brooklyn's going to be that good, so we'll see. But as of right now, 100%.
Yeah, no, it's definitely something to see. So you want to move over to 7, 8, 9, 10, 11?
Yeah.